I gotta ask you, man, before we start, um, where did we meet, or where did the connection point happen? Where did you come across the coaching hot seat? I'm always curious to see what's working out there.
Okay, it's a small world. Like there are two. So the first one, I took Ziana's course with Cam Cooper last year, and you joined
Yes,
the call. Sent you a
love
couple of
that.
texts, I think last year.
Yes,
Uh,
sir. That's right.
and then two, I met with Iris recently. We had coffee, and
Oh, no kidding.
she told me she was in your program and all that, and like, we had an awesome conversation then, and I was like, man, I gotta like talk to Ruben too.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
tell me, I'm excited. That's great to hear. That's a good reference point, actually, touch point on both ends there. So, both good
Mhm.
peoples. Your network is everything for sure. But tell me, this is your time, my friend. How can I help you? I see you submitted some questions there, so I'm happy to pull
Mhm.
those up, or maybe there's some new ones that have come to mind. I saw it was a note about feedback on my property relationships with relocation
Mhm.
specialists and
Yep.
introduction, etc. So, my friend, talk to me, all ears.
Yeah. Yeah, first one I got here, just kind of want to introduce myself and like formally, I guess, and face to face.
Sure.
So yeah, like when we took the course last year, I was kind of like in a pickle. I did a full gut rehab over in Decatur, Georgia, and
Nice.
I got burned by contractors, so that project took forever. So
Ooh,
I was trying to get into MTR and all that last year, but we didn't finish until December.
wow.
But fortunately, I went to Bigger Pockets conference, met some good people,
Oh,
and
that's a great conference.
man, they saved me. Like I met some investors here in Atlanta, and I was able to do like a cash out refi on the house after the renovation, and basically did a
Nice.
burr on it. So. Um, from January until now, I finally finished like furnishing it and everything.
Wow.
Um, I mean it's ready to go. I'm trying to do the hybrid thing and first STR guest this Friday.
Okay.
And then in August I'm trying to transition over to the insurance claims and all that.
Yeah, well, you don't have to wait till August, my friend. We could get started today. I mean, so
Yeah.
so that's great. What tell me about the property? How many bedrooms?
Yeah, so it was a 3-1. I converted to a 4-2, which I think is probably perfect for a family with pets and all that. The backyard is fenced. It's a ranch,
Yes.
and I think you picked up a property nearby. It's in Belvedere Park
Oh, you're kidding. We're
area. Yeah,
neighbors.
yeah,
So then
yeah, yeah.
that's awesome. Like definitely send each other leads.
Mhm.
That's the kind of beauty of having a network in Atlanta is being able to share leads amongst ourselves as well. Anywhere, I mean, with the good people, right? When someone, I always say it's not competition, it's collaboration because it's like when
Mhm.
I'm full, I reach out to you. When you're full, you reach out to me. So that's great to know. That is noted. When we sync up offline, you'll have to make sure you shoot me the address so my assistant can kind of log in our database. But that's awesome. I great bones 4-2 fenced in Decatur,
Mhm.
tons of demand. You're running the SDR play right now. Do you have a specific question? Because I think you're literally like ahead of the game right now. Like this is good. So talk to me. What's
Oh,
any insights that you might be looking for? I'm here for you, brother.
yeah, yeah. So I mean, I just started last week doing the cold calls to like I got a Rolodex basically with a bunch of contacts from Cameron,
Good.
phone numbers, emails, and all that. Um,
Nice.
so I mean, I listen to your podcast, man, like, and
Oh,
also
thanks, man.
Jesse's, and it's awesome.
Dude, thank you, man. I
I
really
was,
it means a lot.
yeah, yeah. I was just listening to the one with Mike Stone, which was crazy. That was so good.
Yes. Yeah, that was a solid one. That's
Yeah.
my guy, straight out of Arizona. Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Um,
yeah, what do you see? I mean, I'm curious. What do you yeah, go ahead. Don't let me derail you because I'm sure you got some. I'm just excited for you. That's why I'm jumping ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I mean it was the holidays last week, which I
Mhm.
understand. Like people are probably on vacation. I haven't followed up yet because I'm getting like the pro photos done this week. So I want to ask
How are you
like
reaching? What are you saying when you reach out?
I'm just saying, hey, I'm reaching out. If you guys need an accommodation, I have, you know, 4-2 in Decatur, Georgia.
Yeah.
I tell them it's pet friendly um
Are you actually getting
and
people on the phone, or are you leaving voicemails, or what's happening?
yeah, so I no one really picked up, so I left a bunch of voicemails last week.
Okay.
Uh and the
What
email
I would suggest, are you getting? Do you have a couple emails?
yeah.
Okay, because if you have a couple emails, what I would do is do a little bit of a combination of
Mhm.
because emails are sticky. Sticky in the sense that even when you don't reply, they have you in their database. Or, and when I say database, it's not like when you email, you directly go in their database, but it means that a lot of them will do like control finds. I'm like, Atlanta, there's a guy Andy keeps on reaching out. And so one of the things that I was advised by a relocation specialist that you want to do if you're reaching out, the one thing I would add to your reach out method is, hey, when you reach out, you say, hey, I actually just emailed you. And it's the subject line is, X 4-2 fully furnished in Decatur, Georgia. And I put my name in there as well, or my company name. Just want to make sure it was on your radar, whether you're able to get to this message or not. So it's at the top of your inbox when you do have something that comes up. In there, you'll see those pictures. If there's details, you're welcome to click it. It'll send you to, let's say you don't have a website yet, or maybe it's fresh. It'll send you to the Zillow link. My contact information is also there, right? So now you have a nice segue of like, ooh, okay, great. So Andy, because you get calls all the time, you don't have a reference point. If I just got that on my voicemail, I'd be like, hold on, let me just do a control find. Now the property pops up. There's a name to the face, name to the brand. Even if they don't call you back, trust me, man. I say that because I asked, I'm like, I've been on the phone with them, like, yeah, thanks for sending those campaigns. Or I'm like, well, but you never reply. But they know who I am. They're connecting the
Mhm.
dots. So very powerful. It'll be even stickier if you do a combination of calling. Either I would email then call, that way, if they do pick up, hey, it's me, Andy. Actually, I just sent you an email about an hour ago, or I just
Mhm.
sent you an email this morning. I just wanted to make sure you received it. Now there's a good reference where I'm like, oh, let me check. By the way, is that the best way for me to? Is that the best way? Is it emails is the best way, or is this catching you on the phone like this is easiest? Because I know not everybody. If your inbox is anything like mine, it's always packed, right? Like just building that like rapport, and then like, thanks Andy for being mindful. No, it is actually the best way. And then that's for me an extra sauce I would add to your strategy right
Okay, okay, for sure. Yeah, I was just thinking maybe like after I get the photos done, I could just follow back up and say, hey, by the way, like I've got some updated photos for you guys on top of
now.
the email I sent out last week or whatever.
Yeah, I think
Mhm.
the good news is, and that's why I always tell people to just start even when you don't have photos. It's like they just want availability. Like it's like,
Mhm.
yeah, it's good to have a good product, but like the reason why I'll even say, like, even if you're on like Zillow rental manager and you put your property up there and you say photos coming soon, just the fact that someone can search you. One, I'll give you a big tip right now. That's a big time tip. Here's what you really need to do, or at least consider doing, because everything's a consideration. You don't have to do anything. You can do whatever you want. It's your business. But what I would highly consider is going on Zillow. This is something that most people aren't doing. When you go on Zillow, set the terms and make yourself reachable by saying, hey, by the way, if you are looking for traffic, which you are right now, you set a lower rate, and that way, not market level rate, but a little bit above, right? So let's say, Decatur, that area, I would say, okay, start like whatever. If you want to say it's a 4-2, start at, let's say it's 5,000 that you want to start with, which would be on my low side because I have a 3-2, I'm renting out for like 6,400, right? But let's just say that that's the case. Now you're getting, what I would put on there is that that is the 12-month rate, the 5,000 12 month. Uh,
Mhm.
uh, Please inquire for 3 to 6 months to 9 month rate. Because now what you're showing them is it's 5,000 if you do 12 months. But if you're going to
Mhm.
do 2 months or even 1 month, I'm very flexible. So I would put that in there. Very ability to do month to month, different rates apply. willing to do anywhere from one month to 3 months to 6 months to 9 months. Different rates apply. Please reach
Mhm.
out and inquire. Because now what happens? They're gonna be like, oh, they're gonna reach out and be like, hey, I see this. Yeah, that's the 12-month rate. Are you looking for 12 months? If not, it's okay. By the way, I'm not that guy. I'm not that landlord. That's only gonna be like 12 months. However, just so you know, we do have a moving scale. So if you do book for 9 months, it's gonna be that, right? We do
Mhm.
reward longer stays if you do, but we are flexible with shorter stays. If it's a month, it's actually 8,000. But if
Okay.
it's for 3 months, it's actually 7,500. And if it's for
Mhm.
6 months, you see what I'm doing? You have doing
Yeah.
a moving scale, so it opens up the opportunity. And at the same time, guess what? I just got somebody from Zillow who was I was above market rent in North Decatur, and
Mhm.
but still above traditional rental rate, and they inquired and they had their agent walk through it, and we closed on a 3 month contract, midterm rental, not insurance related, but it was the fact that it was up there, that it was like not too dangerous that I wouldn't reach out, but it was still worthwhile for me to have that up there. But that
Mhm.
allows you to get that traffic. So I would highly recommend doing that, because then depending on who's reaching out, you can kind of toggle, and it's not bait and switch. People hate bait and switch. It's just inquire for more detail. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because
Yeah.
it's always like month to month is more than,
Oh, of
know,
course.
yeah,
I mean, yeah. I mean,
annual.
every company is giving you a deal if you sign up for the annual plan, right?
Hmm.
Versus if you sign up for the 6 month plan versus 3 months,
Mm.
right? So it's the same. You're running a business, man. Nothing's
Okay.
changed,
Yeah,
but
yeah. No,
communication is
I
key.
like that.
Yeah,
Awesome. Okay, good stuff. I'll give that a
of
try. I
course.
haven't listed
What
on
you?
Zillow yet. Yeah. So
It's nothing but good stuff here in the lab, brother. What you thought you were going to name just average stuff? No, I'm just kidding. That's fun.
that's right.
Fun. I'm so glad we have such a tight knit circle. You got 1 minute, man. What else you got for me, brother? What else you got? How
Oh,
can I how can I serve you?
shoot. Okay, so maybe I mean I can send you the Airbnb listing later, but I know they're just with photos that I took myself because I have a camera. But
Mhm.
the
Get it,
last
get it.
one,
Make sure you get a professional photographer.
yeah, yeah, I got them coming out on Friday, so
Yeah, yeah.
everyone was telling me that.
Don't sleep on that, man. Don't be a penny wise and a dollar foolish. Get the
Yep,
professional. Pay a premium. You'll get premium results.
yep, we'll do, we'll do. And then the last one, yeah, I just want to see like if do you have any like programs currently, kind of like what Iris is in? So
Yeah, yeah,
just for more
yeah.
than
I think you
transition.
actually have an exclusive. We have a mastermind. It's phenomenal. I love it. Iris is just a stud of a student, and we have many, literally, from all ranges of professionalism or not. Like people for their first, or it's their like 20th property, whatever. If it's a good fit, would love to send you the details on that, give you more details based on where you're at. We have that it's a high investment, but the contracts you'll land, you make that money back in like one contract, legit. But yes, it's what it is community where we get a chance to work together. And the biggest part I would say of the community is beyond all the information and have me on calls and getting all the contracts and all the proposals and all that stuff. That stuff is whatever. Like for me, I feel like if you could find that stuff anywhere, but for me, it's the community because we have an entire dedicated channel where when we get an inquiry, we're 100% occupied. We send it to the mastermind members, and to me, that's the power of the network. And the insurance
Mhm.
companies will like that as well because it's like you're never saying no to them, and you always have a solution. And then that's what it's all about. It's a relationship based business. So it's like you
Right.
want to make sure you're always providing a solution, even when it's not your solution, right?
Mhm.
But yeah, the education I think is a big thing. It gives you an edge, like little tips like that I just gave, but it's the power of the people as well, which I'm very, very grateful for. And just meeting together, like we had a mastermind dinner, like just literally last week when I was in Atlanta, and it's just stuff like that. The community is what it's all about. So if you're interested in that, I'd love to have you be a part of it. We have different payment plans. We have different like we're very like I give a lot of access, which I think is important for people to like get their questions answered, which is critical, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome. Yeah, community definitely something, I would
Oh yeah.
appreciate. And I hear there's like already a nice, group in Atlanta. So just knowing like meeting with more locals is, I think it's a great advantage and very beneficial just to kind of spit out ideas and like help each other out and whatnot. Yeah.
Totally, totally. If you want, I can get my assistant to schedule us if you want on a short call to get you the information that you need. But at the end of the day,
Sure.
any program or any mastermind I've joined, you get what you put in, right? And the people who show
Mhm.
up, and you look like a guy who just will show up, they get results. I mean, it's just how can you not? How can you not be in a community that's helping each other, have all the resources and information, and not get results and the connection? So, yeah, power too. That'd be nice. If you want, I'll have my assistant kind of send a follow up email from the MTR hot seat, and you have a chat and see if it's a good fit for you. And I'd love to have you part of one of our programs. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. That would be great.
Awesome. Well, listen, I
Cool.
hope you got some value. I'm so glad
I
you
did.
ended
I
up booking
did.
this call. Good, good, good. I love it. That fires me up and gets me excited. Results driven. And if you get a win, don't be shy to reach out because I always love to hear, hey, remember I did that thing and it worked. It gets me fired up. Sometimes I have people that master around like we have a wins channel. I don't even hear from them. I hear like I'll be talking to them. Yeah, I got this. I'm like, dude, why didn't you share that as a win? Like that's amazing. It fires everybody up. And most importantly, when we get a win, we always say where the lead came from, where the source came from, what were the terms, because it helps us understand what's happening. This industry is fast paced, so it's really critical
Mhm.
for us to understand what's changing, what terms did you add. Like we're talking about, like I got pet rent, like stuff
Mhm.
like that. I'm like, you got pet rent? Like, yeah, no, I didn't put pet rent. Now you're gonna put pet rent. Like, why shouldn't you put pet rent? Not pet fee, pet rent. There's a fee on top of the rent. Like, it's
Right.
just things like that where there's the power of the mastermind of sharing that information. So
Mhm.
absolutely. So yeah, I'll get my assistant to send something out, and maybe we'll catch up this week. Does that sound like a good
Yeah.
cool? We'll
Mhm.
we'll we'll look out for a time to make the time and literally hopefully kind of fast track your process right now, which I'm excited about. Congratulations
Thanks.
on the refi and everything. That's an exciting time.
Thank you so much.
Cool. All right, brother. I'll let you conquer the rest of your evening.
All right.
Thanks again for
Appreciate it,
tuning in.
Ruben. Have a good
Take
night.
care, Andy. Cheers,
Thanks.
brother.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.